Like there's a little shelf. Good morning, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and we are live at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. And I want to say a big thanks to my special in-studio guest this morning, Tom Davis. He's running for the 4th congressional seat. He is running against the incumbent Scott DesJarlais.
Yes.
And there's a few other cats involved now in this, as that no one can put in their papers. That's closed,
already
right?
done, yeah. So and this is the Republican primary that I'm running in.
Right.
And there are, 3 of us now. Our incumbent, Scott DesJarlais, myself, and then Harold Rocky Jones.
Okay, there you go. And again, we always like to say this on our Super Tuesday segment. If you are out there and you are running in our upcoming election here for the 2026, and whether you're on the primary or any of the races, we would love to have you on and talk about, to get to know you about you a little better. But Tom, you have some exciting news. That's why we're having you on the show this morning, first and foremost.
All right.
Tomorrow, your big event.
Yes, tomorrow is a town hall in Coffee County. And
Okay.
it's at the Veterans Building there. It's 130 Shelton Road
Okay.
in Manchester. And it's from 6 to 8, really. 5 o'clock we'll be there setting up. And from 6 to 7 are some local candidates that will be allowed to come on. And this is Republicans. It's a Republican venue. But they'll be able to introduce themselves to the folks there in the room. And then from 7 to 8, myself and Rocky Jones will be there answering questions.
Yeah.
And if any of y'all attended the one before, same deal. Write your stuff on the cards. We'll have that all there for you. And then we'll have a couple minutes to introduce ourselves, and then we'll answer the questions.
Right.
So and I will say, everyone that was invited to attend. It's my campaign, myself, we're hosting it, but Congressman DesJarlais declined. And now I will say for this one, the caveat is it's a Wednesday. They're technically in session.
Yeah.
So, but he missed the stuff. He's told us pretty plainly that he will not do a town hall. He's still invited, but pretty clear that he's not going to come out and talk to us. And so we'll have that tomorrow. Looking forward to it, and it's gonna be a good time.
And we are going to be broadcasting live as well
Yes.
for Tom and everybody that's running in this upcoming election, because I want to know who all is running. And
Right.
and I always say this, guys, when we do our Super Tuesday events too, is you need to get to know your candidates. You need to know who you are voting for. You want to vote for somebody that's going to best represent you the most. And so how are you going to know that if you're just sitting at home not doing the research?
And thanks to you for coming out and moderating and broadcasting it for us again. I appreciate
Thanks
that.
for the invite.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. I think the last one was really good. We did it here in Warren County.
I thought it was great at the detention. Well, it used to be called the detention.
It used to be detention.
It's so sad.
But we had a really good turnout, and I think people are getting kind of fired up, and I think we're a little fed up with this particular race and a lot of other places.
Yeah.
We're fed up with how we're being represented or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Look at these guys are getting ready to take 2 weeks off in Washington, D.C. I'll be super surprised if they don't do that. But, we've got elements of our federal government that are not funded. Yeah. You got TSA employees that are, going graciously of their time coming in and working without pay. And we've had to shuffle, we've had to pull people from their primary function, the ICE officers, of enforcing immigration to helping out TSA. This is, horrible. And these guys had better things to do. The Senate, in particular, they had a dog show instead of, getting some legislation taken care of. So
unfortunately, yeah. And, and Tom talking about, representation. And here's my thing. I totally understand if you are double booked and you're in session and you can't go to your things. But there has been a lot of misrepresentation or missed opportunities for elected officials to come out and represent their rural communities that they serve. And, and I want to just, go back and kind of transition to this because you were there with us, of course, Friday night as well. I was downstairs. Tom added me as one of his guests, but I said, hey, if you can give that to a vet, give it to a vet. But I was downstairs. But the big thing is, I want to see you as the person. I don't want to constantly, I'm okay with every now and then seeing representatives of your office because you just can't make it.
Right.
But when it's constantly, that's the only person that the rural communities see, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's what I hear all the time from you guys out there that watch my show, that the representation's just not there.
Yes. And so, in particular, we had the VA town hall because the clinic, the VA clinic here in McMinnville, currently is set to be closed on May 31st.
That's correct.
And our House rep, Scott Desjardins, was very clear that it was more important for him to go to North Dakota, to the Air Force Base up there and talk to the general up there about missiles versus coming down here and being part of this town hall for us. He did have a representative in the crowd. I don't know if anybody out there other than me, maybe a few people would have known because I
knew because I recognized the person.
And then, and additionally, Marsha Blackburn had a representative in the crowd. But again, I only know that because I happen to have been introduced to him. And from what I understand, there was a representative from Senator Haggerty's office. But again, who if nobody in there knows you're there, and they were doing was note taking to go back and be like, hey, we dropped the ball on this one big time.
And the only representatives that we really had there that is in an elected official seat was, of course, if we go down and move it on the way up, County Executive Terry Bell was there.
He was there.
And then our state representative was Paul Sherrill, and his wife was there.
Yes.
And I didn't see anybody, physically other than the representatives from the other places.
Yeah.
And listen, I understand, but this VA clinic has been a soft spot for a lot of us here in this community and our surrounding counties as well. And I'm hoping to get some more clarity here soon.
Yeah. And it services you can go to the VA website, 1,870 veterans are serviced at this clinic. So, and then you kind of push that, and it's not just Warren County.
Nope.
You've got surrounding counties that come here for this, and then you add family members. It's a pretty significant deal.
And it even breaks down, Tom, how many and again, you can go on the website, and I hate saying what they did to you guys essentially on Friday night, and said, if you go to the frequently asked questions page, But again, with that being said, what did my opinion on that Friday night, because we did talk about it yesterday, and I'm not done talking about it until it gets resolved, so everybody knows, because I'll beat it to like a dead horse. But I felt like there was just so much deflection.
Yes.
And the same question, which you also asked over as well, was asked over and over and over again. And they would just deflect it. Yeah. So how did you feel about it? If you want to readdress some of the stuff you mentioned.
I kind of knew going in that they're pushing it to us like it's a done deal. And so I knew they had started planning for this town hall in December. And
of
2025.
Okay.
Yes. So they were starting to look for a venue. And I had some back and forth with the public affairs up there, and I was told by them that they had started, they were starting in the planning process in December.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, but now they're springing this on us, in March, which we wouldn't, it would have been the beginning of March. They started their calls, letting us know, hey, we're town hall, we're closing. It came out ahead of them, their plan.
They weren't prepared for that.
They were not prepared for that. So we got, some wind of it early. But to me, it's like they were dropping it on us very short notice in order that we have very minimal time to react and possibly change the situation and keep this clinic open.
Yeah.
And then So, and it was a lot of deflection,
Mhm.
like, hey, and like, well, the law says, no, knock it off. But they also, and there was, I've heard 14 months they've known. And that's just some different, stuff thrown around. But
Mhm.
even in that meeting, they were talking about a study done back in 2019.
Yeah.
And then there's another one going on now. And then they tell us that because of the, staffing issues and because of the poor reviews of this particular clinic.
Right, which were
And-
online reviews off of
But-
SurveyMonkey, but go on.
Yeah, but they in any of that. So the staffing issues, that's the same thing in VA proper. And so that was the kind of their deflection was, it's a third party. It's we can't, no, you're still responsible for it. You as the VA. So just stop that nonsense.
Yeah.
Telling us that mess. It's ridiculous. At the end of the day, you're responsible for that clinic.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter who's, you contracted it out. You have VA employees there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so, that was their excuse. Like, well, it's a third party contractor, so we can't do anything. And then they told us in that meeting also that they had already extended this contract. But it's like, and I said in that town hall, why didn't we have this meeting about 10 months ago?
Yeah.
And then because there was no one in that room, and we can all complain, about the turnover in personnel stuff, which is a complaint, even if, and that was why I was at this clinic, is I was going to Murfreesboro to the York clinic up there. And every time you go in there, it's somebody new.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is for primary care.
Yeah.
Obviously you get, you have to go see a specialist or whatever.
Right.
It's a thing, but that was the whole deal. And then the gaslighting about how world class, I don't know if they use that term, but that the VA care is. And I have received, I can't really complain too much about it, but just the over and over about, hey, we want you getting the VA care. And
it's like a brand. They're just pushing like this brand. Like if you say it so many times, people will absorb it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So it's awesome. But at the end of the day,
it's not.
Me as the veteran, and I don't know how many people in that room would have been like, hey, I didn't know it wasn't VA people. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's the service provided,
yeah.
And it's a primary care.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a lot more convenient for us to go there to get our referrals, to get whatever, as that first step. Because now I have to go, and I chose Murfreesboro. I do receive my care there, and I received the call. I think it was actually a Thursday, and they said, hey, Tullahoma. I'm like, no, I'll go to Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
But that's my.
I think you need to retract and just keep it in McMinnville until they close.
Yeah.
I'm just making suggestions.
That's part of the process, though, is, yeah.
I know. Sydney says, preach it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And to the veterans out there, and I mean, I said it that night, I've been saying it. It doesn't, I've seen some of the stuff online about the back and forth, like, well, Biden, will Trump, will it doesn't matter what administration is in there.
The VA
it's
clinic,
it's always the veterans that take the hit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who. Yeah. So, I keep, I'm not going to tell you can't or can't post, but the problem is still the same, regardless of who is sitting in the office. Yeah. And it comes back to, and we heard it in there about, oh, you're elected representatives. But that's one of the things I say, especially to the veterans, is who better to represent us than us. And so me as a veteran, like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Because there's other legislation out there that for some reason it's no-brainer stuff that we can't get across the line to get signed. Right. And stuff like this. And that comes back to, how we're being represented. Our House rep.
We're not open yet. Sorry.
But our House rep is saying that, I was unaware, which comes back to, where are you at? Again, he chose North Dakota over coming here. And I don't know. I can picture my conversation with me as the representative, similar situation. I'm on the phone with this general talking about, hey, I've got a situation that is concerning 1,870 veterans within my district, that I need to go be there.
Yeah, because I'm not fully aware of the situation, and I need to be there to get not get secondhand knowledge.
Yes, so
I need to get firsthand.
I should be there. I should be there.
Yeah.
And this is a common theme as I've been running for this seat that I hear throughout the district, is, where is our congressman. And I'll tell you where he is. He's at events where he's shielded and he doesn't have to answer really tough questions.
Yeah.
So you'll find him at Reagan Day dinners. You'll find him, he'll pop in for the photo ops at certain places. But he
just won't do a town hall.
No, absolutely
So what
not.
happened is the VA, the Tennessee Valley Healthcare System, should have just said it's a community forum or something, and then maybe he would have come up. It's like town hall is like no voodoo.
Yeah, right. So,
no.
But it just goes, and I get it. You're one person, and it's 15 counties is what this district covers,
which is a lot.
So you cannot be everywhere, but there's a breakdown. And like I said, there's no way that they just, they came in like on December 1st and were like, let's close the VA clinic down in McMinnville. That's not how.
This couldn't have been taken lightly.
So for him to be unaware of this, I'll give him that. Okay, you got caught unaware, but there's a breakdown. You've got people in the district that are supposed to be, keeping the pulse on things, if you will.
Yeah.
So for him to be caught unaware, I don't know. I don't know necessarily that somebody should get fired, but we should know that
somebody should at least take. Who should the finger be pointed at?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day,
at
the end of the day, he did, because he's not in the district and he's not managing that team that he's got in place here to do those things. I mean, there's a pretty big VA footprint within this district.
Oh yeah.
You got just even in Rutherford with York here. You got the C-box throughout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a thing, and for him to have no idea, I'm like, that's
it's not acceptable. And I think that, and this is nothing that Tom's just coming up with you. And I think a lot of the veterans and the people that were there, not like, there was a lot of things that were just not. This is not acceptable.
Yeah.
And I want to say to everybody that showed up, not just now 200 did register, and I think close to almost 200 showed up.
Yeah, it was
in person.
It was packed.
It was packed, and there was standing room only. And then online, if you watched it on the VA's healthcare system's Facebook page, which you still can, you can go back and watch that unless they edited it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think it got up to 112 or 118 people were watching all at one point. So you got to think that out of that, and this is how I broke down the people that did the surveys online. If you had the 200 that registered online, and then you had 118 plus whatever watching it, those are probably the people that knew how to use the tech savvy stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had a conversation outside of the, with I don't know what his representation was with. I don't know if it was with Valor or whoever the representatives that were there, because there was a lot of people with the healthcare systems, the doctors and things.
Yep.
And I cannot remember his name to save my life, but I want to say I think he might have been a VSRO, like a resource officer for some district. But with that being said, he was telling me like, well, I was the one that I got to help make sure people were doing these surveys online. And I said, listen, how old are you? And he was like, well, I'm in my mid 40s. I said, so am I. I said, me and you know how to use these.
Yeah.
Okay. But if my grandparents and my great grandparents are still alive, do you think they would be on it?
Yeah.
And he goes, no. He said, my mom still has the old school flip phones because she refuses, that has no internet or nothing on it.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's what's happening. And I know there's people, and I know Tom knows there's people that will refuse to do any of their paperwork on the portal. They'd rather do it all on paper. And then somebody, that's again. And then I looked at him and I said, did you ever think of doing like you're already calling I told this to Tom the other night. Yeah, you're already calling everybody about rescheduling them at a different location. Did y'all ever not think about doing like a over the phone survey?
Yeah, actually reach out. If you know this clinic is having issues. Yeah,
like to reach out to the people that, go and attend. Because as we get older, we need more continuous care.
Yeah.
And it's like you said on the show before last about those older generations that are still alive today that need that care.
Yeah, and that's what we got is a lot in that room predominantly. It was a lot older guys that your Vietnam vets. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there were still some Korea guys that are still needing care.
Yes.
And then, those that couldn't make the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
There were
and then
several people that called me
Yeah.
and said, "Did you record that?" And I said, "No, but I did share it on my Facebook page."
Yeah. So it's out. I think, anybody watching,
go watch it.
Absolutely. And then, unfortunately, the way they had the video done, because part of two was that I came up with, or that I saw, was that panel that they had up there. There were some of them that, and I mean, several of these folks are just getting thrown into the fire, which, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's yours to deal with.
Yeah.
But the one standing up there, his go-to was always like, well, the law says, and then try and push it back. Like,
it's
you're
like
running
they
for
had
office.
a lawyer or something. Yeah.
But on that other side of the panel, and I went back and watched it. I didn't really catch his name, but him and I think she was actually the community person, but as I was facing, they were on
the
right.
community care lady.
Yes,
yeah. Hilda M, maybe?
Her.
Okay.
And then that doctor next to her.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but they're up there like sidebarring, and he's basically laughing at some of these comments that the veterans like.
And you couldn't see it.
Yeah, so you can't see this on the video, but I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
If there was one person up there I would fire, it would be that guy.
Yeah.
Just because, and maybe it's his demeanor or whatever, but you better get that mess under control, dude.
Yeah.
If you're going to be out in front of people,
as a representative,
and again, they're sidebarring, and he's laughing at comments, or at least that's my perception of what was going on. Just absolute ridiculousness.
Yeah.
With that, the whole thing was just we would call it a goat rope.
Oh, I called it a circus.
Yeah, it was a clown show.
It was not. It was not.
And I did, and I mean, I can appreciate those folks coming down.
That's what I said. Yeah,
and the tap dancing that they had to do.
Yeah,
because I would be really surprised if any of those folks sitting up there were the ones that actually said, "Yeah, let's close it."
Yeah.
I mean, if they were, you should be fired.
They were the puppets.
Yeah. But these are people that came in after the fact and had to come down and
it's they came down because it's their job to represent they're the PRs over their department.
Yes. So,
or the head, like the community care lady, that was her department.
Yeah.
And I get that.
And that's what I mean, and I think that would go a long way for some of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like who made this decision? Who give us a name and then tell us that you fired them and you didn't just shuffle them off to somewhere else and you're going to bring them back.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, where you guys are, all the vets that are being going to a new location, those doctors are contracted through Valor. So if you're saying that you're having issues with Valor and McMinnville, what's not? And this is the questions that were raised. What's not to say you're going to do it over here?
Yeah, and then they're telling us that they're plussing up. The docs in those places, like, just send them here. It's like, I mean, but again, the law says that. Stop it. And I told them there, that dog don't hunt.
No.
Like, knock it off. Get out of here with that mess.
And then I enjoyed your comments. I enjoyed Mr. Trinidad's comments. I was trying to think of, I wasn't up there, but I could tell y'all's voices like who was talking. And I even appreciated the older vets that you could, they had the smoker's cough, and I could not, I enjoyed those comments as well, because I think those are really what people need to listen to. They need to look at. And I'm not done. And if Mr. Trinidad's listening to me this morning, I'm not done yet with it. He gave me his portfolio. I was going to read it and stuff. And I'm halfway through it right now. I will say, because I know you got more stuff you would like to talk about, this Friday, I'm hoping to have a special in-studio guest. I'm going to have State Representative Paul Sherrill by the phone, and then Terry Bell, our county executive, is going to be coming on the show Friday, addressing some more stuff with the VA.
Right.
That has actually came up from last Friday that they weren't allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I would like to thank both of them for being there. Paul Sherrill was there, and Terry Bell were both there. And I when I was talking, I did mention both of them, but I didn't by name. I don't think I did. So.
And and Junior said the problem is it's a common sense solution.
Yeah, and that's the and like I was mentioning before about the firing of somebody and not just pushing them or just reassigning. No, and that's part of the problem with the VA. Is that it's super hard for these people to get fired. Even,
I just don't, and I know I could talk about this all day with Tom and anybody that comes. I don't understand why the veterans, and I don't know when it started, but I just feel like, why do they get the shaft or the, or treat like a second class citizen, or
Yeah,
like
no
you're
idea.
scum, or like, you know what, thanks for going to
Yeah.
battle with us, but now you're going to fight
Yeah.
for your life, for your health insurance and all
Yeah.
this. We're not going to make it easy for you.
I think I don't know. Where we're at now is a lot different as a military than we were a lot of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and part of it is an image. And a lot of people think that the vast majority of those serving had nothing better to do. They had no other choice. They were, which is absolutely not true.
Yeah.
There are some of those folks in those situations, but it's all volunteer. We all chose to be there. And in kind of a comparison about education and like oh, you couldn't go to college, or I'll tell you what, go look at some numbers. I haven't looked at them in a while, but the military has some of, as a demographic, are some of the most educated people in this nation.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And that even, from officer one, you have to have a degree to be an officer, or you have to be, getting to it. But even on the enlisted side, that's part of getting promoted is college credits. It's a way to get promotion points in order to make the next grade.
Oh yeah.
And then actual degrees, it is a favorable thing for the higher ranks.
Yeah.
So this perception that we're a bunch of
we can shoot straight.
Is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a problem. It's that perception out there. Yeah. So like
we got to change the perception.
Yeah, it's like figure it out.
Junior says my solution information has been passed to the state, into the state hands, from what I was told this morning. So I feel like as far as what we've not just here on the show, but everybody, like what we've done, what you've done, what Terry's done, what Paul's done, what Junior's done. I'm hearing all these things of a lot of people. And if anything, one thing I do, and I think Tom can agree, and if you want to comment on it as well, is that how many people are standing up for our vets right now. Yeah. It is phenomenal.
And that was what I was just going to say too, is make the calls. Yeah. I've started, I've done in fact, the first one I reached out to was Matt Van Epps.
Okay.
Because he's an Army veteran. But also start knocking out calling the others from the Tennessee delegation, because this will, flow out and impact these other districts.
Oh, it will.
Again, because this is they want to throw the third party contract. What's how stable are these other facilities that this vendor is servicing? Yeah. Are we looking at, another surprise suckers? This one's closing.
Yeah.
Another 6 months or a year from now, because, hey, we overwhelmed with all these other people. Yeah. And now, now
we're scattered too many away. Yeah.
And the clinic, like it's not 2030 yet. So the new, the vast new clinic in Cookville is not built yet.
Or in Manchester.
Or Manchester. Yeah. It's not 27 yet. Yeah. So we don't, oh my gosh. But yeah, make these calls, this is a federal issue. And unfortunately, by all appearances, it's our local representatives that are doing the heavy lifting and the hardest work.
Yeah.
In particular, and it's just from my perception and my view of it is Terry Bell.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Sherrill being in the audience that night speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And again, it's a federal problem, and exactly zero of our federal representation was there,
which those are the ones that matter.
Two of them, there was, they're in session. I don't think the dog parade was over with, but they were in, so they had an excuse. However, our congressional representative, again, very clearly told us that it was more important for him to go to North Dakota and talk about shiny missiles or, contracts or, versus being there, even if, his answer is, oh my gosh, I failed us and this is a surprise to me. I mean, if you're not going to own it, that to me, that's just, a lack of leadership that we get from, Congressman Desjardins.
Other than that letter he wrote, like days leading into the town hall thing, like I was not aware of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's to me. And I mean, stuff happens, but to just be like, hey, I don't, and then not
It's
show
not
up.
me.
Yeah,
Not it.
I didn't know.
You know, like,
Yeah.
not it.
Someone's got to take the blame. 1, 2, 3. Not it. Yeah. So,
Dwayne Ramsey says, I know a lot of vets that are smart and educated and also have a few graduated from West Point.
Yep.
Without our vets, there is no us or the United States.
Yeah.
I
and
agree.
it's an unfortunate, situation that we're in. That it's
Yeah.
and again, and it go all the way back to the founding.
Yeah.
There's a story I tell about Joseph Plum Martin,
Mhm.
and he was an engineer in the Revolutionary War.
Mhm.
Was there with Washington at Yorktown, and then after we get down the road a little ways, he's got to go to Congress with some of his buddies and testify that yes, I was there, so he can get compensated for stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So and again, it's this is one. Absolutely should be stop the nonsense about the whatever
Be honest.
legislation.
Are you really
And-
closing, or are you just on a pause or
Yeah.
something?
And like I said, it doesn't matter. And these guys,
Yeah.
and it's how business is done. And again, party affiliation aside,
Mhm.
On one side we'll call it an omnibus bill, and like, oh my gosh, it's all this nonsense, and then it gets passed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we'll call it a big beautiful bill. Stuff a bunch of stuff in that we have no idea how it's going to work out, and then we'll pass it in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's like, and so the fix to this is new representatives.
Yeah.
It is time for we the people, to take this mess back. We have election cycles. Let's come out, and it's the primaries. That's and know your district. This
Yeah.
particular district, the election is the Republican primary for this seat.
Well, Tom,
So-
I think we just got okay, I'm trying to get to it. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I think we got some breaking news. Well, I got everybody. A
Uh-oh.
new sign. Everybody's been wondering about Fazoli's.
Oh,
So we are going to have a Happy Buffalo Wings and More.
nice.
Let me show y'all.
All
We
right,
just got
yeah.
this text message like, what? And I want to shout out to my girl. I have little CIs everywhere.
Yeah,
I love it.
Nice.
Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys right quick. Not to cut time off, but I was
No,
just
it's all
like, hey, we got to say this right quick.
Let's have a good news story.
Yeah, right. Something that is actually
Yeah,
relevant,
let's
right?
break it up,
So here you go, guys. So this is getting put up right now at Fazoli's that's taking over. So it's Happy Buffalo Wings and More.
Very nice.
So, okay. So we're going to have a wing place.
A wing place.
Again, good luck.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to be like, that negative Nancy and not try to help manifest goodness.
Yeah.
But when it comes to new places, it literally takes a good 5 to 7 years to be a staple
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
location or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm not against it. Good luck. I've never heard of you guys before, but we'll get some more deets on that one.
Yeah.
So
Very
you
nice.
heard it here. Breaking news.
Yeah. Broke it first. Very
Yeah,
nice.
we broke it. We also have comment from Dwayne Ramsey again. He said, yes, I have a meeting with him today. Yay. So
With who?
with who? Who are you
Who
having a
we
meeting with
talking-
today?
I'm talking about a few of them.
Yeah, we have so many people. Or maybe
Yeah.
Terry Bell.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, hopefully that person's okay.
Yeah.
Are y'all all right? Okay, thank you. I just had to make sure that that didn't sound like a normal drop.
And I mentioned it too at the meeting on Friday.
Mhm.
And when I go out talking about this too, and anyone listening, if you're
Yeah.
if you're a vet and you are not, your name is not at least on the rolls for,
The owner of the new restaurant.
Oh, all right.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dwayne. Thank you
All
for
right.
clarifying.
Yes.
Let me know how it goes and give them my number.
But if you don't at least have your name on the rolls, because that's what these
Mhm.
politicians understand. It's like, hey, and that's another channel I've been pushing is
Yeah.
throughout my state VFW, and hopefully it rolls up to national. But when
Yeah.
these guys go in there as lobbyists, because that's what the VFW, the American Legion. I don't know if the Marine Corps League, if they lobby like that, but
Yeah.
the DAV I believe does. But when you go in talking about, hey, we've got 2 million veterans or 3 million,
Yeah.
and these and they will be made aware of stuff, they'll listen.
Mhm.
And so if you've got between I'm more tied in with the VFW than I am the American Legion. I was not a Marine, so I'm not tied in with
Right.
the Marine Corps League. But I would hope over on that side, and I believe they are, that we start pushing this stuff up there also. But get your name on a roll.
Yeah.
Ideally, you participate in a meeting here and there, or something. But put your name on the roster.
Yeah.
And that way it gives more more clout
Yeah.
to those guys that are sitting in those offices. And that's to include we got advocates here, in Tennessee at the state legislature as well as federally.
Yeah.
So
if you guys have any questions, you can talk to Tom through social media, Facebook.
Yep, Facebook is the best way.
YouTube.
Yep, YouTube is on there.
I love watching his photos and stuff, or videos.
And then I am going to start actually tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
I will be live, and it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
So I'm going live. If I can figure out how to do all the things, it'll be Facebook also. But predominantly, most of my stuff is on Facebook. Tom Davis for Congress.
Okay.
YouTube is Tom Davis TN4. I'm on the X machine also. Tom Davis TN4. The Gram.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, veterans. Look at that, Tom. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Nice.
Love it.
But yeah, the Gram is Tom Davis TN4. Email Tom Davis Tom Davis TN4 at gmail.com. Just reach out to us.
Always looking for monetary donations to help with your campaign.
Winred.com. Go to Tennessee. You can. It's pretty. That one's pretty easy to navigate if you want to contribute financially to the campaign. But it's a call to action for us. We the people, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this country that we need to be addressing, and that's how we do it. So, and I appreciate you letting me come on.
I tell people literally, if you would like to come on my show and call. So if you want to take advantage like Tom Davis does, you can.
Yeah.
Deanna says, when a service member takes the oath of enlistment, they pledge to defend the U.S. Constitution and return the American government representing its citizens makes a sacred binding covenant. I was going to say something else, but I was just like, that's not the word. To care for veterans and their families, and often described as solemn promises to support them upon their return to home. And then Cody said, I sure wish we had something like an Emma's Country Food. Oh, that's something totally different. Okay. Yes, Cody. That would be a great place, but.
I was just there the other day.
Yeah.
At Emma's.
Emma's. But it's all we need is another more chicken place. Yay. Hey, listen, entrepreneur and free enterprise can be a devil.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to say it. Yep. But tomorrow, make sure you come on out to the Coffee County Town Hall. It's going to be located at, what's the address?
It's 130 Shelton Road in Manchester.
Okay.
It's the Veterans Center.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yep. And, if you have any questions for Tom or anything like that, come out, message us here on social media. I thought about making a post for you guys if anybody wants to do some pre-done Q&A questions, and I can just bring them out to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to email your questions in ahead of time, like I said, TomDavis4 at gmail.com.
Or you're welcome to call me too, by the way, and I will tell you, after we talk all this technology, you are welcome to call me at 931-369-3050 and talk to me, and I'll write down your questions.
Yep.
Because I know I try to make it fair on everybody.
Yeah.
Whatever's
it should be a good time. These have been, we've had pretty good turnouts. I've been advertising this, kind of far and wide, and we'll see.
You've been doing good on your town halls. I've been very proud of you, Tom.
Yeah, well, thank you, Kelly.
You've come a long way since the radio days.
Yes.
No, but guys, we have much more to talk about on the show, but we want to thank Tom Davis for coming in here. Okay. Well, we already have. Is this a question you want to ask now or later, George? What's your opinion on the death penalty for child molesters? Is that something in y'all's field, or is that?
I think that would be more state, but I mean, I can obviously have an opinion on stuff.
Yeah.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
It'd be, like I said, I think it'd be legislatively more of a state thing, but personally, that's.
Well, there you go.
Fine by me.
Well, if you want to answer it, you may.
Oh, yes.
I'm okay with it. Well, and then we'll go to break after the question.
All right. Oh, did I not answer it? Are we not live?
We are live.
Oh, all right.
Did you answer it? Sorry. Did I miss it? Oh, I'm so sorry. I was doing this. I was doing something else. I didn't pay attention. I am so sorry, guys. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break from our sponsors. We want to thank Tom Davis for coming in with us once again. If you are an elected official that is the incumbent in this upcoming election race, we would love to have you on. as well as the candidates that are running against as well. So, but if you want to be on my show, you can either message me on Facebook. You can also call me at 931-369-3050. You can also message us at warrenfirst931@gmail.com as well. So many ways to communicate. Or if you see me walking down the street, stop me. Stop me in my tracks. But guys, it has been a blast hanging out with Tom, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, Tom.
Thanks, Kelly. You
Thanks
too.
for coming in.
Appreciate you having me on.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
And make sure y'all tune in tomorrow as we will be going live. And if you have any questions we would love to ask Tom, please let us know. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Our coffee drive-thru located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville. When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Dirt, mold, and mildew can make your property look worn down. Phil's Pressure Washing can restore the beauty of your home or business with gentle, soft washing. We clean roofs, driveways, gutters, decks, and more. Proudly serving McMinnville, Morrison, Sparta, Smithville, and surrounding areas. Fully insured and licensed with 10 plus years of experience. Call Phil's Pressure Washing today and let us do the dirty work.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and we are live at Top Stores and Yogurt in Metro Deli. Don't forget, this Thursday we'll be live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. And then on Friday, we're going to have two special in-studio guests coming in talking about a little more of the VA stuff and then some at Supreme. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good show. Excuse me. Right now, though, in downtown McMinnville, it is currently, let me stop it. Don't allow. Currently, right now, it is 53 degrees. It's partly cloudy. Today's high is going to be 70. Tonight's low is 42. And again, thanks to Reddick Brown for being our community weather sponsors, because without them, we couldn't do this. But yeah, guys, today, tomorrow, and even Thursday, it's going to be in the 70s and the 80s. So buckle up and get out your nice spring and summer attire. Now, if it was anything like the past weekend where it was like almost 88 degrees at one point, I heard, that was wild and crazy enough on its own. We do want to give some shout out love this morning. We shared it on social media yesterday or this past weekend. And I want to make sure I make a little correction because I didn't know the names of the kids and I could not get it. But we made a thing at Motlow where we got to name the third place winners, but we didn't know who the first place winners' names were. So we want to give a shout out to Trevor Foltz and Brantley Waldron as they were the first place winners. So again, congratulations to them and on their endeavors. We just want to make sure, I'm done talking with them. We just want to make sure that we get that corrected this morning because I was trying to find their names and I couldn't find it. We want to also say thanks again to Tom Davis for coming on the show with us and talking about all his stuff and then some. Magnus Library made a post yesterday. It said Homeschool Community Meetup is going to be on April the 6th on a Monday at 1 p.m. Topics are going to include creating a community for homeschool families, resources the library offers, and future activities as well and future activities and meetups. So if you're a homeschool out there and you want to get tied in with the Magnus Library and all their fun stuff that they got going on, please go to the meeting on Monday, April the 6th at 1 p.m. The Junior Local College Day is approaching on May the 27th, just a few days away now, 3 days to be exact. Lunches are provided by the Ayers Foundation in the TTU cafeteria. You are going to go be visiting the Tennessee Tech, it looks like, campus on March the 27th. Now, permission slips were due yesterday. So if you didn't get yours in, you got to start begging now to make sure to go for that. Let's see right here. Yeah, TCAT, congratulations to Machine Tool Technology students as Grady Burnett and Chase Taylor, who recently completed their HAAS certification in the CNC milling and CNC lathe, which is awesome. Also, if you haven't checked it out, last night we officially unveiled our Pop Roots segment with Colin Tetherow and Claire Hale. Make sure you check that out. Each week they're going to do new pop culture things, and we'll release it on Monday night as we did last night. And so, again, they did such a great job putting the video together, doing the edits, doing all the information and findings. I just absolutely love it. If you loved the Pop Root segment, make sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram and give them all the love that they deserve. And I will have to say my favorite segment of the show, not just, as a mom and a little biased over here, I absolutely loved how they talked about the Slay or Nay segment. It was just so great. Easter egg hunt for 2026 is going to be on April the 4th. It is $3 per kid. They have age groups from 0 to 18 months all the way up to 11 and 14 months old. And this is all going to be either at the Hoover Field or the Jungle Gym. Please make sure you go and check out all the information on our Facebook page and more with the McMinnville Parks and Rec. The Warren County FFA, congratulations to go to Taylor Gann, Chapter Vice President, received the State Superior Chapter Award on behalf of the Warren County FFA at the first General Sessions in Gatlinburg yesterday morning. That deserves a round of applause. If it doesn't, I don't know what does. So give her and the Warren County a round of applause. I absolutely love it. Guys, we're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors. Excuse me. But when we get back, more things to come as we're getting closer to the end of our show. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skaggs' finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back, Warren First 9 through 1. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. And don't forget, big things are happening here at Warren First 9 through 1. We made the big announcement yesterday, and I just remind everybody that we do have an upcoming community forum and debate. Now, the debate is going to consist of the second and third districts with our county commissioner seats, because this is the Republican primary. And then followed by that, we're going to have with us, hopefully, we have sent the invitations out this week to our state reps, as well as we're sending them out to the DA's, people that are running for the district attorney's offices as well. So hopefully they can sit down with us and we can do a nice community forum. We are going to be making a post later today, so be watching for that post later on around lunchtime or so, because we will be wanting questions from you guys out there. If you have any questions or concerns about the seat and what they believe or don't believe, this is your time. This 2026 election should be the most important thing. Any election actually should be, because I always say this a lot. I'm like, I just feel like if we don't use our right to vote, because it's a privilege. Are we going to lose it one day? I hope not. And then James Zahn, I'm so sorry I just saw this. He already left. But James, I will put those as the questions for Tom Davis for tomorrow night. So thank you again to George Wiles and also James Zahn. He said, what is your position regarding the AIP AC? Is that APAC, I'm guessing? And thank you, Arthur, for watching. Longtime friend right there that's watched my shows for quite some time. I love you, buddy. Again, guys, don't forget, we have the local voice. It is out and about. If you have not received yours yet, please let us know, as I'm working with some people on helping me deliver the newspaper and such. Also, too, if you want the newspaper, there's several ways you can get it. One, you can call me at 931-369-3050. You can also message us on Facebook Messenger as well to let us know if you want to get one. But several locations to go get a hard copy. We're asking for donations when you go pick them up at any of the locations. But two ways: you can either get it digital or you can get a hard copy sent to your door. So we do doorstep delivery. You're looking at one of the delivery people, myself. We do delivery services all the way from Viola to Morrison. So if you are out there and you are wanting to be a part of the doorstep delivery for the local voice newspaper here in town that Warren First has been doing for a little over 2 years now, you can contact me at 931-369-3050 and hashtag the local voice in there. and then I'll call you and we'll get all your stuff. We just literally got a new local voice subscriber yesterday. Shout out to Johnny Bolden, Warren County, for the most part. But we do veterans discounts and stuff. You just got to ask, okay? I always forget to ask when people call me or tell me. You can also, too, before I forget, you can sign up for our local voice digital services online on our website at warrenfirst931@gmail.com. But it is a $50 service for the whole year, or it's $7 a month. So you do the math. But it has been such a crazy day, guys. The weather's doing great. We're going to be in the highs of the 70s or 80s. I was trying to see, there was one other thing I shared, and I wanted to make sure I didn't, and I don't know where I put it, so I do apologize. All right, we'll just go to my good friends, the community calendar. Now, if you're not a part of this community calendar and you want to be, it's simple, it's easy. All you got to do is text me, message me on our socials, and let us know if you want to be able to view this calendar, as well as not just to view the calendar, but you can also add your event to the calendar as well. So today is March the... Oh, sorry. Today is March the 24th. It is Tuesday. And so you can see all this stuff right here. We have so many events going on in the month of March. It's crazy. And I know you're like, oh, you're making me sick. Okay, here we go. So today on March the 24th, the Warren County High School Senior Cap and Gown Picture Day. Guys wear a collared shirt and tee. Girls wear a V-neck and a scoop neckline blouse. Tonight, we will be going live. Prayer at the Fountain, Day of Hope celebration. We meet at Main Street Fountain at 7 p.m. We're also, if you can't make it out there, no fret. I will also be going live tonight. First time home buyers workshop is at Homeland today at 5:30 p.m. The McMinnville Special Games, of course, we talked about this yesterday. Today is their story time, movement, and music, and this is all at the McMinnville Enrichment Center from 9 to 4 p.m. And if you also recall with the McMinnville Special Games, we've been talking with Holly and them and how they are looking to expand into a bigger building because they're starting to get cramped in there, or they have been cramped, I should say. Not saying they've been so grateful for that space, but it's time to move on. And what they are looking and trying to get is maybe the Pace Setters building is what they're hoping for. So we always send it up to God. The Warren County High School Project Graduation Pizza Hut fundraiser. Use code U4 all day fundraiser. So if you go get pizza from Pizza Hut today, use the code U, the letter U, and 4, the number 4, all day fundraiser. And this is going to help raise money for the project grads today. The Warren County Middle School Dance Tryouts Open Gym at the Warren County Middle School Gym is today, the 26th, and April the 2nd, and it's from 3:15 to 5 p.m. Adult Children of Alcoholics and Family Support Group at Smart Assembly of God. This is for ages 18 and up from 4 to 5 p.m. Tomorrow on your Wednesday, which remember we're off on Wednesdays unless you want me to do a special pop-in podcast, Little Learners Story Hour at Magnus Library. That's 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or excuse me, that's at 10 a.m. and another session at 1 p.m. The Greater McMinnville Ministerial Fellowship Lenten Workshop Lunch is at First United Methodist Church. This is a workshop that they're going to be doing for every Wednesday coming up. We are hoping to get some of the special and studio guests of the folks that's going to be at these Lenten services, and hopefully we can get some more details from our correspondent, Matt Campbell, more on that later on this week. Project Graduation Parent Meeting at the Warren County High School Auditorium at 5:30. Survey Time Showdown at Smooth Rapids at 7. The Collective Heart of Beautiful Souls Wellness Walk. Of course, they meet every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting at 10 a.m. And then Sunrise Coffee at the Cascades at Burgess Falls State Park in Sparta, Tennessee. Meet at the Lowering Park Lot. It's $5 per person, and it's 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Coffee County Republican Party Town Hall meeting. Of course, that is the event that Tom is hosting. It's at the Coffee County Veteran Services Building from 6 to 8 p.m. The big showdown, of course, from 6 to 7, or no, sorry, 6 to 7 is going to be some local candidates in the Coffee County area, followed by at 7, it's going to be all your federal and state. March the 26th, we're still trying to get some details. I want to say I thought I saw her text me. Nope, she didn't text me back. School board regular meeting, we think, is going to be on sometime this Thursday. I'm trying to get all the details on that. And then so forth. The Magnus Library will be doing a board meeting in the genealogy room and so forth. So this is the events that are going on in McMinnville, in Morrison, Viola, a ton of stuff going on right now. So make sure you check that out and then some. I'm really looking forward to this Friday, guy, on March 27th, the McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce. Their annual banquet is going to be happening. It's a luau theme. The social hour starts at 5, dinner program at 6. Tickets are $75, but I can already tell you, as I'm doing this right now live, it's sold out. And I'm going to make this sold out. Beetlejuice Jr. is also kicking off this weekend on this Friday showing at 7 p.m. I don't think that's right, 7 p.m. And then the American Sign Language class at the Magnus Library is at 4. So just a couple things. And then here's the events on Saturday. If you want to get a little early start on some Easter egg hunting, I just see that right there. Our good friends at Willow Branch Rehabilitation is doing an Easter egg hunt from 1 to 3 p.m. And then the Junior Auxiliary of McMinnville is doing their Hopping into Health. We've talked about that here on the show. We'll keep talking more about it. Our good friends here at Flatfoot Records, Sherry Cochran Live is going to be this Saturday. If you want to get the tickets ahead of time, it's $20 to pre-order or $25 at the door. And it all starts at 7 p.m. And then look at all that, guys. So much stuff. So much. You can't say there's nothing to do. There's always something to do in Warren County. And that's why we love Warren County so much. There's so many different things that you can choose from, to the park theater, to the sporting events, and all that, and then some. Guys, it has been a blast hanging out with you on this terrific Tuesday. Remember, I did see some prayer requests come through, so I'm going to make sure to write them down. Cody, thank you so much for letting us know that information about your friends. We do lift them up this morning. And then, yes, to the warmer weather. I just saw that. But, guys, it has been a blast hanging out with you, as always, here at Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli. But without further ado, it's time for me to bounce because I have some meetings I got to go take care of this morning. But take care. God bless. And remember, Warren County, keep it first. Bye.